So if our emotions are so useful, why have they gotten such a bad rap? Well, they feel pretty freaking uncomfortable in our bodies. And as humans, we do whatever we can to avoid pain. Some of this is definitely useful to our health and safety and keeps us alive, but avoiding all discomfort can cause us problems. We need the information that our emotions are communicating to us to have clarity, to make useful decisions, and to lead overall fulfilling lives. So if that's the case, how do we get more comfortable with these more uncomfortable emotions? All you have to do is notice the emotion or emotions that you're experiencing in this very moment. So let's try it right now in this very moment. First, observe where in your body that you're feeling physical sensations that may be related to your emotions. They could be in your head, in your jaw, shoulders, chest, stomach, or some other body part. Be present with them and experience those sensations as fully as you possibly can. Notice that they come and they go, like clouds in the sky or waves in the ocean or some other body of water that has waves. The whole point is to try not to get rid of them or push them away. But also at the same time, don't try to hold on to them and keep them around any longer than they need to be. And don't make anything bigger than it is by thinking too much about it. Because who hasn't done that? And while we don't want to get caught up in our thoughts, it can be helpful to label the emotion based on the physical sensations that we're experiencing. So for example, if we're feeling a tightness in our chest, an increased heart rate, and some trembling, we could be feeling afraid, anxious, or some other synonym of the emotion of fear. This recognition of a specific emotion in and of itself can often allow us to feel less discomfort in our bodies. But you also want to observe overall how long it takes for the emotion to change and eventually decrease in intensity. And you want to do this no matter how uncomfortable and unpleasant it may be, so that you will have the experience of noticing that it does decrease and it does eventually disappear. And if your mind does wander to thoughts or other things outside of your body, that's fine. This is totally normal. When this happens, just notice that, but don't get caught up in it and try to gently bring your attention back to your body. Remember, you are not your emotions. Don't judge them, don't over-identify with them, and don't make up stories about them. Try to simply experience them just as they are in the moment. And don't necessarily act immediately on your emotions. You want to sit with them long enough to get the important information that you need from them and then decide from a calmer place whether or not to act on them and how to best act on them. Obviously, this is if you can do that. For example, if a lion is chasing you down, you had better get to running and hiding rather than just sitting and feeling that fear. But I will get more into how to know when to act on an emotion and when not to in another video. So if an emotion is particularly uncomfortable, it can be helpful to remind yourself that you have felt differently in the past and that there's no emotion that lasts forever. And as hard as it might be, try to also be grateful for them and accept them as they come and they go. Even the emotions that you judge as bad or the ones that you don't like, because all of them are giving you very important information. And if you don't happen to notice any physical sensations or are not having an emotion, that's okay too. We aren't always feeling an emotion. So just notice whatever is. Observing physical experiences in your body overall and your emotions is a fantastic practice to do throughout the day as a way to check in with yourself and what's going on around you. Even if you only did this one time a day, you will start to notice a difference. Paying attention to our feelings and our emotions rather than avoiding them, pushing them away, leads us again to greater clarity, to better decisions, experiencing more peace and calm, connection with others, and just an overall higher quality of life. And if you found this helpful and want to learn even more everyday mindfulness tricks to create your absolute best life, please like this video, leave me a few comments, ask some questions, and subscribe to the channel so that you can see when the latest video drops.